The topic for this video is a distributive property. And the distributive property says when I have something that looks like this means I have 3 of the quantity a plus 4. That means I have a plus 4 3 times. So I'm going to write that down. I don't know what a is. It's just a variable. And now I'm going to combine all those. So it looks like I have 3 a's and 3 4's, which would be 12. The distributive property says I don't have to write all that out. What I can do instead is I can distribute or pass out the 3 to all the terms that are in the multiplication or in the parentheses. So I can multiply the 3 by all the terms in the parentheses. That means I can multiply 3 times a. 3 times a would be 3a. I can multiply 3 times 4. 3 times 4 would be 12. And in this case, I was adding those terms, so that's why I'm going to have an addition sign in between them. We can also do the distributive property with subtraction. So I'm going to do another example. Let's not use a variable this time. Let's say 5 times the quantity. Let's do 10 minus 3. Now, we can figure this out. 10 minus 3 is 7. 5 times 7 is 35. We know this should equal 35. So I could do this. I could do 10 minus 3, 10 minus 3, 10 minus 3, 10 minus 3, 10 minus 3. And I could do that 5 times, and every single time I'm going to get 7. And then I could combine all of these, and I'd eventually get 35. That's a very inefficient way of doing this problem. So the distributive property says we can distribute this 5 to all the terms in the parentheses. So we have 5 times 10, which is 50. We have 5 times 3, which is 15. But this time we are subtracting those terms. 50 minus 15 is 35. So let's look at an example. And in this example, we have on the left, we have 8 times the quantity 5 minus 3. So if we are distributing the 8, we're going to have 8 times 5. And then we're going to subtract the next term, distributing the 8 to 8 times 3. Here's another similar example. The numbers are in a different order this time. So if we distribute the 3 to all the terms, we have 3 times 8. Then we're going to subtract the 3 times the 5. Now be careful when you're doing this with the distributive property. This is only going to work if you are multiplying a number by a quantity. And when I say a quantity, it means something that's going to be in parentheses. Another example, we have 5 times the quantity 2 plus 7. We're going to distribute the 5 to all the terms. So we're going to have 5 times the 2. This time we're adding the 5 times the 7. And then if we wanted to calculate the actual answer to this expression, we could. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 7 is 35. That would give us 45. One last example. 4 times the quantity, 8 minus 3. We're going to distribute the 4. So we're going to have 4 times the 8. We're going to subtract the 4 times the 3. We'd have 32 minus 12. So that if we are evaluating this expression, it would be equal to 20.